Thank you for joining me today as I share 3 delicious recipes with you. Don't forget to stay till the end where I'm going to share a chicken salad recipe that is easy and delicious, and it'll be well worth it. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that notification button so that you won't miss any upcoming videos. Thank you. For this recipe, we're going to start off with Brussels sprouts and sweet potatoes. We're going to be adding garlic, a heaping spoon of garlic, as much or as little as you wish to add. Then we will be adding the 21 seasonings from Trader Joe's. This is super delicious and highly recommended. We're going to also add avocado oil. And it's probably going to be, like 2 tablespoons of avocado oil. Mix it all up so that everything can be coated with the seasonings, with the garlic, and with the oil. This, we're going to be putting it in the oven for about 30 minutes or until it is well cooked. We're also, I decided to add crushed red pepper to give it a kick. You don't have to add it if you don't like spicy food. And that's going to be it for the ingredients. As you can see, I'm continuing to mix it to make sure that everything is coated evenly, or as evenly as possible. We're going to set this aside. Here we will start prepping the salmon, avocado oil, and the 21 seasoning from Trader Joe's. We're just going to be mimicking all of the spices that we did for the Brussels sprouts and the sweet potatoes. As you can see, we're just placing the salmon on top of the seasonings on the baking sheet. Avocado oil. Not too much since it already has on the bottom. Then I moved on, with the spice. Next, the red crushed peppers. As much as or as little as you would like for the spice to be on your salmon. And then, of course, garlic on top. This gives it such a great flavor. If you don't like garlic, you can pass on this, but it really does give the salmon a great flavor. We're just going to be spreading the spices on the salmon, and then get ready to put everything in the both dishes into the oven at 350. The Brussels sprouts and the sweet potatoes, they'll be in the oven for about 30 minutes. You can check on them to see if they're ready to be removed or if they're already fully cooked. For the salmon, This one was done in 20 minutes. So the salmon is done before the veggies. But really delicious. Here, as you can see, I'm showing you how it's cooking in the oven. And the salmon is already cooked. And here is the dish. Today we will be making sausage with a few veggies that we had in our fridge. We'll probably serve them over rice, and it's gonna be delicious. In a saucepan, I added olive oil, the sausage, tomato, zucchinis, green and yellow, onions, and garlic. In case you're wondering, this is the type of sausage that I added to our meal. And this is what it's looking like. I seasoned it with salt and pepper. But you can season it with seasonings of your choice. And here is our meal with sausage, zucchinis, onion, tomato, over a bed of rice. This is a quick and easy meal that you can make when you're short on time and are hungry. And turns out delicious. From beginning to end, I think, if I'm not mistaken, it was about 20 minutes. Here I am prepping, to have leftovers for lunch, a tostada. But in reality, I wanted you to see Daisy, my little precious girl. She's always with me, keeping me company. These are the leftover food that we've had, over the last few days, as I mentioned. And I'm hungry for lunch, and this is what I'm going to be making. I think there's enough, just barely enough for 2 tostadas. And we're going to start it off by placing a layer of beans. And I don't want to cook any more fresh food until we've eaten the leftover foods that we have in our fridge. We're going to be using the same spoon, since that is going to be the last of the ground beef to scoop onto the tostadas. Yep, just going to be barely enough for 2 tostadas for my lunch. And normally tostadas, the topping of the tostadas is sour cream, salsa, cheese, and lettuce. But we're not going to be adding any lettuce, since we don't have any lettuce. But it's okay. It's still going to be delicious. There we go. To this, we're gonna add sour cream. Let me move this so that you can see the tostadas as we're building them. You can see them, that they look pretty. They look very good. We're gonna be adding some sour cream, as much or as little sour cream as you like. I like a lot of sour cream. Some salsa. And this is the salsa that I made a few days ago. To me, it's spicy, but my husband loved it. I was gonna add more tomatoes, but he said nope, that it was good as just the way it was. So we left it like that. Okay, so that's the salsa. Let's set this aside. And now we're gonna add some crumbled queso fresco. can't wait to have this lunch. Simple, but yet so delicious. And I just wanted to share with you how my plate looked after I had my tostadas. I cleaned my plate. They were so good, so good. I originally made the ground beef and served it with over rice, if I'm not mistaken. And then now I had it with tostadas. I must confess, I also had tostadas with ground beef and beans yesterday. So that was a total of 3 times that my husband and I had the ground beef, and this originally was 1 pound of ground beef. And all I did was I added tomato, onion, garlic, and cilantro. So, and that was with 1 pound of ground beef. So like I've told you before, it's so affordable, you know, to cook your meals at home, and and if you have leftover food, you know, to reinvent the food that you originally made. Now we had it, after we had it, you know, originally, you know, then we continued eating it with as tostadas, and oh my goodness, they were so delicious and great. And now we're left with the satisfaction, you know, that we did not throw away any food, and we ate all the food that we've been cooking. So yeah, delicious food, homemade. Today we will be making a chicken salad with celery, mayo, lettuce, cranberries, pepper, and chicken. Today I will be using the rotisserie chicken. You can also make the chicken at home, but I've taken a shortcut and bought the already made rotisserie chicken. We will be celebrating the 4th at my sister's, and I will be taking the chicken salad. So easy recipe. For the chicken salad, I've been chopping up the chicken finely, as you can see. And I will move on to start chopping the celery, the lettuce, and the cranberries finely chopped, and adding them to the chicken. Also, you know, the mayo and the pepper. But yeah, it's a process. So far, we've chopped the chicken, the celery, the lettuce, and the cranberries. And as you can see, it's in a big tray. I will be adding the mayo and the pepper, and it's gonna be delicious. It's easy and delicious chicken salad. To the salad, we will be adding the last of the cranberries and the celery. This is a huge portion, or huge salad, I should say. We're gonna set that aside. One last piece of celery. Whew. It's been a whole lot of chopping for this salad, but at the end of the day, it's so well worth it. We plan on eating this salad with tostadas. You can also eat it with chips, you know, whatever you choose. But nevertheless, or also you can add it into a bread as a sandwich. Oh my goodness, believe me, it is delicious. I've had it with croissant. Wow, it's really good as a finger sandwich for any type of gathering. So good, so good.
And it's easy. The only thing is that it's time consuming because of so much chopping that you have to do with the chicken and the celery and the lettuce and the cranberries. But like I said, you know, this will it's just so well worth it. Okay, so I just mixed it, and now I'm going to be adding mayo. And the amount of mayo, it's up to you. You know, it's whatever you know you feel, you know, that it's okay for you. I'm gonna add that much, probably like 3 or 4 tablespoons of mayo, and then I'm gonna add pepper, a lot of pepper. I love a lot of pepper. And then we're gonna mix it, and we'll see how it looks. And if we have to add more, then we'll add more, either mayo or pepper. Oh my goodness, this is a whole lot of chicken salad. And whenever I make this chicken salad, it is just so popular, and families and friends will ask me for the recipe. And it's just so easy. It's just so easy to make. One of those salads that are easy but yet so delicious. As you can see, I didn't do a whole lot of like fine chopping, but it's okay. It's for a salad, so oops, sorry about that. It went overboard. We'll add it back into the tray. Try to mix it as best as we can. This is a big tray, as you can see, so there's going to be a whole lot of chicken salad to go around. And this is also good as leftovers, you know, for the following day. I added another heaping tablespoon of mayo. I'm gonna have to add more, but I'm just adding gradually, just to make sure that there's not a whole lot of mayo. It's taken me about, I don't know, about an hour and a half to chop everything. Well worth it though, so well worth it. You can use romaine lettuce. This time around, because I had iceberg lettuce on hand, that was, I mean, I wanted to use that iceberg lettuce so that it wouldn't go to waste. I added iceberg lettuce, but I normally add romaine lettuce. Still gonna be good. Still gonna be good with the iceberg lettuce that I added. And we plan on eating this with tostadas, but like I said, you know, you can use it on, you can eat it with chips or on a sandwich. I'm gonna add another heaping tablespoon, probably 2 tablespoons, because that was a really big. Oops. It's good. It's all good. The counters are clean. Oh my goodness. So good. Trying to mix it all with enough mayo so that it won't be dry. Trying to get every single bit coated with the mayo. I think I'm gonna have to add more mayo to this side. It's all good. It's such a great and delicious salad. Easy to make, but it does, take time for it to come together because of all the chopping that you have to do. I'm sure that you've seen this salad somehow made, but yeah, don't try. I recommend that you make this one. It's so good, especially now with summer approaching. The one thing, because it does have mayo, you shouldn't leave it out exposed to the sun for very long. So, I mean, if you keep it, indoors, it'll last longer because, like I said, it does have mayo. It shouldn't be exposed to the sun or the outdoors for too long. We're almost getting there. We're almost getting there. I think it's also going to need a little more pepper. Oh, there's some mayo here that we should mix before we add any more. I'll be taking this to my sister's house to share for this family gathering. And I'll be leaving some for my husband in our house since he won't be joining us, so that he can also enjoy this chicken salad. It's delicious the day after. As I mentioned, leftovers. Oh yeah. So good. Oy. Kind of making a mess, but it's okay. I can clean it up. Maybe you hear Daisy in the background. She's snoozing away. She's always by my side. I lost count of how many heaping tablespoons of mayo I've added to this salad. But keep in mind, this is a huge salad, a huge portion, and we don't want it to be dry. I think that should be enough. That should be enough. Oh my goodness. It looks so good. Highly recommend. Highly recommend. You don't have to make this big portion of a salad. I used 3 chickens for this salad. You don't have to use 3 chickens. You can use, 1 chicken and make a really good salad, for your own family. I made 3 chickens because, like I said, I'm taking it to share with my family today, with my extended family, and also, to leave some at home, for my husband, and probably for us to have some, as leftovers for tomorrow. But that's the reason that I made, the 3 chickens, because I just wanted, for everything, no, not for everything, but, to have enough, to take and to leave some behind. Great summer salad, but you cannot leave it outdoors in unattended, or I would probably put it over ice just to keep it cool, but because it does have mayo, as you saw. But oh my goodness, it's so good, so good. We're gonna add a little bit of more pepper. And then when you serve it, you can put some sauce on the side. We normally do like the bottle sauce, like Tapatio, or whatever choice of sauce that you like. If you like heat in your tostadas, we normally serve it like that, with some type of hot sauce to top it. But highly recommend this salad. Super delicious. Easy, but you do have to do chopping for the salad. For this chicken salad, I used 3 chickens, 1 whole celery, 2 iceberg lettuce, and about 3 cups of cranberries, and I'm gonna say like 6 tablespoons of mayo and pepper, but this should all be to taste. Highly recommend the salad. Highly recommend. It comes together and as a delicious salad. And there is a lot of chopping involved, but so well worth it. Like I said, you know, we're gonna be eating it with tostadas. You can also eat it with chips, in a sandwich with French bread, croissants. But either way, super delicious. Super delicious. Whenever I make this salad, you know, I'm always asked for the recipe. And there's not a whole lot of ingredients, but yet all of the ingredients work so well together, and it's such a delicious salad. Highly recommend this salad for the summer. I will be having chicken salad for lunch. I broke up a tostada so I can use them as, use the tostada as chips. I will be adding some of this tapatio to the salad and with some refreshing water.